Hi everyone, I am Roslyn Anita from Tribulum College of Nursing. Today I am going to present the topic about anatomy of eye. The objectives are introduction, anatomy of eye, general features of eyeball, codes layers of the eyeball, refractive medium of the eye, chambers of the eye, blood supply to the eye and the nerve supply to the eye, functions of the eye and conclusion. Introduction. The human eye is a specialized sensory organ responsible for vision. One of the most important senses, it detects light, converts it into electrical signals, and transmits this signal to the brain, allowing us to preserve the world in shape, color, and depth. Structurally, the eye is roughly spherical and is protected by the bony orbit, eyelids, and eyelashes. Its complex anatomy includes layers, chambers, and accessory structures that work together to focus light onto the retina, enabling clear and precise vision. Proper functioning of the eye is essential for daily activities learning. Anatomy of the eye. The eye is a complex sensory organ that allows vision by detecting light and converting it into electrical signal for the brain. The eyeballs coats layers of the eyes that divided into three, that is outer fibrous coat, middle vascular coat, that is vellar tract, inner nervous coat, that is retina, and refractive media of the eye, chambers of the eye, blood supply to the eye, nerve supply, and extraocular muscles and function of the eye. First one is the eyeball, that is a general features. The shape of the eyeball is spherical. Diameter should be 24 mm and weight is 7 gram and situated in the orbit as three coats layers as three refractive media. Coming to the coats layers of the eyeballs, outer fibrous coat, it provides protection and maintains shape. The sclera is a obtuse white tough posterior 5 by 6 of eyeball and made of dense connective tissues. Gives attachment to the extraocular muscles and perforated posteriorly by optic nerve, that is lamina cribosus. Coming to the cornea, it is a transparent anterior 1 by 6. It is avascular, no blood vessels, and major refractive surface. It is highly sensitive, that is trigeminal nerve. The layer of the cornea from the anterior to the posterior is epithelium, Bowman's membrane, and stroma, and Descemet membrane and endothelium. Coming to the middle vascular coats, that is vellar tract. It supplies blood and control the light entry, that is choroid, highly vascular pigmented, lies between sclera and retina. It nourishes the outer retinal layer. And ciliary body, it is a ring shaped structure. It contains ciliary muscles, that is accommodations, ciliary process, that is aqueous humor secretions. It is suspensory ligaments, that is zonals attached to lens. And coming to the iris, it is a pigmented diaphragm, central opening, that is pupil. The muscles are sphincter papillae, that is parasympathetic contractions, and dilator papillae, sympathetic dilations, and determines eye color. Coming to the inner nervous cord, that is retina, it is responsible for vision. The layers of the retina is 10 layers. One is a pigmented epithelium, rods and cones, an external limiting membrane, outer nuclear layer, outer flexiform layer, and inner nuclear layer and inner flexiform layers, ganglion cell layer and nerve fiber layer, and internal limiting membrane. Coming to the special areas are maculae luteae, that is area of the sharp vision, and fovea centralis, that is highest visual acuity, and optic disc, it blind spot, no photoreceptors. Coming to the refractive media of the eye, that is aqueous humor. It is a clear fluid in anterior and posterior chambers, produced by the ciliary process and drains via the canal of xylem and maintains the intraocular pressure. Coming to the lens, it is a transparent biconvex, no blood vessels. It is elastic. It is accommodation for near and distant vision. Coming to the vitreous body, it is a gel-like substances, fills posterior segment and maintain eye shape and retina position. Coming to the chambers of the eye, anterior chamber, posterior chamber and vitreous chamber. The anterior chamber between cornea and iris, and posterior chamber between iris and lens, and vitreous chambers behind lens. Coming to the blood supply, ophthalmic artery, that is the branches of the internal carotid, central artery of retina, and varicose veins, that is ophthalmic veins. Coming to the nerve supply, optic nerve, 2, that is vision, oculomotor nerve 3, that is pupil contractions, trigeminal 5, corneal sensation, sympathetic fibers, pupil dilatation. Coming to the function of the eye, vision, light perceptions, color discrimination and depth perception. And conclusions of the anatomy of eye. The eye is a highly specialized organ designed for vision. Its external and internal structures work together to focus light, detect images and transmit visual information to the brain, and proper functioning of the each component is essential for clear and accurate vision. The references are Senile Clinical Anatomy of Region Conscience and Strong on Orbital Anatomy, and Gray's Anatomy for Students and Clinically Oriented Anatomy. Thank you.